I still remember the smell of burnt turkey and raw dough from last Thanksgiving. My old range had wild temperature swings, completely ruining dinner. When I tried buying a new one, I was instantly overwhelmed by confusing specs, fake reviews, and ridiculous price tags. Finding the perfect electric range felt impossible. That's why I spent the last few months rigorously testing the top models on the market. Today, I'm breaking down the 7 best electric and induction ranges. One of these completely transformed my kitchen, but the worst one almost ruined another meal. Let's count them down. When I first brought this freestanding electric range into the test kitchen, I appreciated its straightforward stainless steel look. It is designed as a budget-friendly option for those needing just the basics. The 5-element cooktop offers a flexible setup, including a keep warm zone, which initially gave me high hopes that this affordable unit could easily punch above its weight class for daily family cooking. However, my hands-on testing quickly revealed frustrating limitations. While boiling water and searing steaks, I noticed the quick boil element wasn't fast at all. Waiting for a large pot of pasta water to boil felt like a massive test of patience, taking noticeably longer than the other models on this list. The control knobs also felt incredibly cheap and flimsy to the touch, lacking the satisfying resistance you naturally want when making precise temperature adjustments for delicate sauces. Moving to the oven, the capacity is a generous 5.3 cubic feet, which sounds great for roasting large birds or multiple trays of cookies. I ran a standard baking test using sugar cookies to check for even heat distribution. Sadly, the results were entirely inconsistent. The back left corner of the oven runs significantly hotter than the front right, forcing me to aggressively rotate my baking sheets halfway through the cooking time just to avoid heavily burnt edges. Furthermore, the storage drawer at the bottom is shallow and easily gets stuck on its tracks when loaded with just a few lightweight pans. While the Frigidaire FCRE3083AS does offer a built-in extra-large window to check on your food, it doesn't make up for the lack of convection baking or the frustrating hot spots. 6. GE Profile PHS700AYFS. GE Profile usually delivers a premium experience, and visually, this range is stunning. The edge-to-edge glass cooktop seamlessly integrates into the countertop, giving the kitchen an instant modern facelift. I was genuinely excited to test the highly advertised induction technology, expecting blazing fast heating times and unparalleled temperature control for my daily culinary experiments. In practice, the induction cooktop performs reasonably well, but it is accompanied by a highly annoying buzzing sound when used on the higher power settings. I tested this with several different sets of high-quality, induction-ready cookware, and the noise persisted. It creates a rather unpleasant environment if you're trying to entertain guests while cooking. Additionally, the touch controls, while sleek, are hypersensitive to moisture. Just a tiny splash of water or a wipe with a damp cloth would cause the control panel to lock up or beep uncontrollably. The oven features a no preheat air fry mode, which is a fantastic concept that I was eager to try out with a large batch of chicken wings. While it did crisp them up eventually, the no preheat claim is a bit misleading. Placing cold food into a cold oven simply extended the overall cooking time, and the results were much better when I just preheated the oven normally. The included Easy Wash oven tray is a nice touch for catching drips, but it unfortunately takes up valuable rack space. Another glaring issue during my testing was the Wi-Fi connectivity. Getting the range to pair with the Smart HQ app was an absolute chore, requiring multiple resets and router adjustments. Once connected, the app features are basic at best. Considering the premium price tag attached to the GE Profile, these quirks, from a noisy induction elements to the finicky touch interface, left me feeling quite underwhelmed despite its incredibly attractive exterior. This model is a massive step up from our number 7 pick, and it completely changed my perspective on what Frigidaire can deliver. Right off the bat, the slide-in design looks incredibly high-end, and the front-mounted control panel is angled perfectly for easy reading without having to lean over a hot stove during intense cooking sessions. When I put the induction cooktop through its paces, I was genuinely blown away by the speed and efficiency. The auto sizing pan detection is a brilliant feature that automatically adjusts the heating element to the exact size of your cookware. I placed a tiny butter warmer on a large element, and it heated perfectly without wasting any surrounding energy. The temperature response is near instantaneous, allowing me to drop a rapid boil down to a gentle simmer in a fraction of a second, completely eliminating boilovers. The oven is where this range truly shines for the home baker. It features true convection, which utilizes a third heating element and a fan to circulate hot air evenly throughout the massive 6.2 cubic foot cavity. I baked 3 trays of macarons simultaneously, and every single one came out perfectly even, with beautiful feet and 0 hot spots. The steam bake and steam roast functions also worked wonders, helping me produce a perfectly crusty artisan loaf of bread that looked like it came from a professional bakery. My only minor gripe with this model is that the digital display can be slightly dim in a brightly lit kitchen, but it is hardly a deal breaker. The sheer number of cooking modes, including an excellent air fry feature and a built-in temperature probe, makes this incredibly versatile. 4. LG LSIL6336XE. LG has built a strong reputation for combining cutting-edge technology with user-friendly designs, and this model is a perfect testament to that philosophy. The moment I installed it, the print-proof stainless steel finish caught my eye. Unlike other models that require constant buffing, this range actually resisted my greasy fingerprints during intensive testing, keeping the kitchen looking pristine with minimal maintenance effort. The induction cooktop on this LG is an absolute powerhouse. It features a brilliantly designed layout that easily accommodated my massive canning pots and heavy cast iron skillets all at the same time. During my searing tests, the high-power elements delivered a restaurant-quality crust on my ribeye steaks without heating up the entire kitchen. The smooth glass surface is also remarkably easy to clean, mostly because the induction technology ensures that accidental spills never bake onto the glass surface. Inside the massive 6.3 cubic foot oven, LG includes their ProBake convection system. Instead of placing the heating element at the bottom, they moved it to the back wall, surrounding the convection fan. I tested this by roasting a large turkey, and the results were phenomenal. The bird cooked faster than expected, and the skin was perfectly crispy all the way around, while the meat remained incredibly juicy. The addition of the air sous vide feature was another huge win, allowing me to perfectly cook delicate salmon fillets with 0 guesswork. The InstaView window is another feature I quickly fell in love with. Just knocking twice on the glass illuminates the interior, letting me check on my delicate soufflés without opening the door and losing precious heat. The ThinQ app integration is genuinely useful here, sending me notifications when the preheat is done or if I accidentally left the burner on. 3. Samsung NSE90H63SRA. If aesthetics are a major priority for you, this range is an absolute showstopper. The bespoke line brings a level of customization and modern elegance that is hard to find anywhere else in the appliance world. The sleek, flat panel design and edge-to-edge glass completely transformed the test kitchen, making it look like a feature straight out of an Architectural Digest magazine. One of the standout features during my hands-on testing was the illuminated precision knobs. Not only do they look incredibly futuristic with their soft blue LED glow, but they also serve a crucial safety function. I could tell from across the room if a burner was still active. The rapid boil element on this electric cooktop is astonishingly powerful, boiling a large pot of water almost as fast as some of the top-tier induction models we tested. The flexible dual ring elements also made it incredibly easy to swap between different size pots without wasting heat. The oven is a massive 6.3 cubic feet and comes packed with Samsung's no preheat air fry max technology. I loaded up the included air fry tray with 2 pounds of frozen French fries, and they came out perfectly golden and crunchy in record time. entirely skipping the preheat phase. The Smart Dial is another brilliant innovation. It learns your cooking preferences over time and automatically suggests the most frequently used oven settings, drastically reducing the time spent navigating digital menus. Beyond the cooking performance, the smart capabilities of this Samsung range are truly best in class. The SmartThings app integration is flawless, allowing me to adjust oven temperatures using voice commands through my smart speaker while my hand were covered in flour. 2. Bosch Benchmark HGP056UC. While most of my testing focused strictly on traditional electric and induction models, I had to include this Bosch masterpiece because its performance simply blew me away, setting a gold standard for what a slide-in range should be. The heavy-duty construction and industrial chic stainless steel aesthetic immediately let you know that this is a serious culinary tool designed for passionate home chefs who demand the absolute best. The cooktop on this Bosch Benchmark is an absolute joy to use. The precision of the heavy-duty metal control knobs is unmatched, giving me an incredible tactile feel when dialing in the exact heat levels required for delicate sauces. During my testing, I utilized a high-heat center burner to perfectly wok-fry a batch of vegetables, achieving that elusive, smoky flavor that is so hard to replicate at home. The continuous grates allowed me to easily slide heavy pots from one side to the other without lifting, saving my wrists during intense cooking sessions. The oven cavity continues the trend of excellence with its incredibly even heat distribution. I tested the genuine European convection system by baking 3 racks of delicate pastry puffs simultaneously. The dedicated heating element around the convection fan ensured that every single pastry rose perfectly, with gorgeous golden brown crusts on all 3 racks. The built-in temperature probe was flawlessly accurate, guaranteeing a perfectly medium-rare roast beef that practically melted in the mouth upon serving. What really sets the Bosch Benchmark apart is the thoughtful attention to detail. The incredibly smooth, gliding telescopic racks make retrieving heavy cast-iron Dutch ovens completely effortless and safe. Furthermore, the quiet closed door mechanism prevents the oven door from ever slamming shut, maintaining a peaceful environment in the busy kitchen. 1. CAFÉ CHS950P4MW2. From the moment this appliance was rolled into my test kitchen, I knew it was something extraordinary. The matte white finish complemented by customizable brushed bronze hardware makes it hands down the most beautiful range on the market today. It doesn't just look like an appliance. It looks like a piece of high-end luxury furniture that completely anchors the entire kitchen design. The induction cooktop is an absolute marvel of modern engineering. It features an incredibly powerful 11-inch center element that managed to boil a massive pot of water in under 3 minutes during my testing, completely obliterating the competition. I also heavily utilized the precision temperature control feature, which pairs perfectly with smart cookware to maintain exact degree settings. This allowed me to perfectly temper chocolate and simmer delicate hollandaise sauces without ever utilizing a double boiler or worrying about scorching. But the real magic of the CAFÉ range lies in its double oven configuration. Having 2 separate baking compartments is an absolute game changer for meal prep and holiday hosting. I was able to roast a large pork shoulder at 400 degrees in the spacious lower convection oven, while simultaneously baking a delicate lemon meringue pie at 325 degrees in the upper oven. There is absolutely no flavor transfer between the 2 compartments, and both dishes finished cooking at the exact same time, alleviating so much kitchen stress. The technology integration here is the best I have ever experienced on any cooking appliance. The brilliant LCD touchscreen is incredibly responsive and intuitive, guiding me through complex recipes with perfect ease. The built-in Wi-Fi allowed me to start preheating the lower oven from my phone while I was still checking out at the grocery store. Ultra. That's all for today.